Hi, welcome to training number 2 for GrooveKart. This is Mike Phil-Same here, along with my partners, John Cornetta, Matt Seralta, and Joe Jablonski on this call. So as we're speaking, more and more of you are joining the call. Just a quick reminder, this will be, Michelle, could you give me some water? This will be an encore presentation of what we did last week. We want to welcome all of the 100+ buyers that purchased literally in the last 3 hours, and the several hundred buyers that purchased on the last day. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday was a tremendous sale for us as we were closing down the beta. As you know, we put a countdown timer on the page and people decide. And we did more sales in the last 6 hours, more new customers, than we did in the first 13 days of the beta invite. So many new customers. And of course, it's important for us to do an encore presentation now that there are more customers that bought GrooveKart after we did the presentation last week than when we did it the other day. So if you did see that presentation, it will be an encore, but I do encourage you to stay on. I'm sure there'll be some nuances that we'll be going over that weren't on the last one. Secondly, we want to let you, thank you, Michelle. Secondly, we're going to be talking a little bit more about what's coming up in training in terms of teaching you how to do e-commerce. That's going to be coming up as well. So we're gonna jump right in. I want to answer just a couple of questions so they don't have to go into the chat right now. Number one, yes, there will be a replay. I'm actually going to post last week's replay right now in the chat as well. Bear with me a second while I get that link. Okay, you should be all seeing a link that I just put into the chat. Last week's replay, which will be very similar to this one. Of course, we don't want to see you guys all jump off the training right now, but if you have to go, I will be posting a replay of this one, and in the meantime, I gave you last week's replay just so that you can put that into your archives. On that page is some additional resources, many that I'm going to be going over on this call today. So before we start the 3-part training, myself, then John, then Matt, I first want to introduce myself, how I'm part of this team, and my incredible partners, and how this all came to be. So many of you know me or may not know me, but I had a company with Hector Jagwe where we first did Evergreen Business System, and our second product was Deal Guardian. And we started developing Webinar Jam right when I was working with Andy Jenkins on a company doing training, things like video genesis and traffic genesis. I was juggling 2 different balls in the air, 2 different partners, and at that time I wanted to launch Webinar Jam, but when I was working with Andy, he said, hey, what about the stuff that we need to launch? And it just made more sense for me to, instead of having 2 partnerships, to create 1 partnership, and me, Andy, and Hector became partners, and we launched Webinar Jam, EverWebinar, and Kartra. And as we were doing that, let's just put it this way. I had asked for a buyout. We came to terms, and I had a 2-year non-compete. Many people have been saying to me, Mike, you've been very silent for the last couple of years. Haven't seen you posting on Facebook and much. And the truth is, I had a 2-year non-compete. I was not allowed to participate in the marketplace for 2 years while they, continued to run that company. That 2-year non-compete ended in March, and in April, I was at an event and I was talking with my good friend John, and long story short, got introduced to Matt, who's been working on this software for the last 2.5 years. John was also working with Matt because John is a person that's doing e-commerce, and he was doing about $100,000 to $150,000 a month with Shopify, and he was frustrated paying $800 to $1,000 a month to run it, and said, Matt, if you can build a software that does all these features. And so they were working on this killer app, and this is their brainchild, Matt from the beginning, and John adding all the sweeteners to it. And then they contacted me and said, hey, do you want to be part of this and help us reach the market? You do what you do, Mike, and we'll do what we do. And we created a perfect team together, and we started in June. So that's how I came to be part of part of this team, and we immediately went on and decided let's go out and bring this to people, make it affordable. We put together our package and our offer and our pricing, and we wanted to make sure that we created exactly what you're seeing. And then we spoke about adding the other things like GrooveKart Studio, many of the things that we're going to be talking right now. So I've just spoken about Matt Serralta and John Cornetta. So I'm going to ask them to say hi, and then we're going to start the training. So John, first we'll start with you. John, if you can just say hi to everybody, welcome all these new customers that we have. Tell them a little bit about yourself. Save the good stuff for the training that you're going to be talking about, and then we'll go over to Matt.
Hey everyone, listen to welcome. This is John Cornetta. I'm really happy that you guys have decided to get your membership to GrooveKart. Look forward to working with you. I can tell you a little bit more about myself, obviously, in the next little section. We're going to not do some training, but I'm just going to kind of tell you what's possible, show you a little bit of the system as Matt shows you as well. But in the meantime, sit back and enjoy the rest of this call.
Thank you, John. Matt is at an event right now in a hotel room with terrible internet. So Matt, if you could say hi real quick, let them know a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get started.
Hey guys, so it's nice to meet everyone. Very happy to be here today. Again, I apologize that I happen to be traveling to an e-commerce event. This kind of event helped us, or at least helped me, stay up to date on the latest technology that in return we bring into the software for you guys. So let me apologize for the crappy internet. I'm in the middle of nowhere, Arizona, so it's even really hard to go anywhere to find good internet. And I'm glad to be here today, and hopefully we'll have a very productive training session.
Matt, I want to answer GB Crawford. Hey, GB, it's Mike. I know that you were dealing with some folks in our help desk, and Paul is taking care of you. And I read your ticket. Thanks very much for joining us on this training, and we got your back. I do want to answer your question. Let me let everybody know what it says here. Why are you not using Webinar Jam Studios and not as good as GoToWebinar? Well, if you ask me, it's 10 times better than GoToWebinar. In fact, it's the product that was my brainchild, but I no longer own that. And you have to understand, things can get complicated. Partnerships are like marriages, and ex-partnerships can be like ex-wives and ex-husbands. So without me getting too complicated, everyone, I'm just going to leave it at this. GrooveKart has the word cart in it, but it's like e-commerce, like Shopify. Kartra, my previous company with my previous partners, was a commerce platform for digital marketers for selling, how-to information. They do not want us promoting GrooveKart, using Kartra or Webinar Jam or EverWebinar to promote GrooveKart's services. They've updated their terms of service that say that you can no longer use their services to provide something that they feel is a competitor. So let's just leave it at that. That's the answer to that question. So now, other people have asked that. I'm seeing that here as well. So guys, if you do have questions, put them in. If there's something that is unique to you, we will answer you in a private message. If it's something that everybody needs to know, we'll type it. And if it's really juicy, we're going to wait to the end and we're going to do a training and a little demo on that for you. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to jump right in. Okay, hold on. Let me just hit the buttons and share our screen. All right, you guys should be seeing my screen right now. And Michelle, can you give me a thumbs up if everybody sees my screen? No, we're not seeing my screen? Okay. I see. I should be using GoToWebinar. I know better. All right, let's see. I can't even find it. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's, I see. Okay, that's probably sharing. Okay, found it. You guys don't see my screen? John, do you hear me?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Okay, let's see. It says stop showing screen. Bear with me, everybody. I'm left click, toggle between full screen. Okay, dashboard is here. Audio. What am I missing here?
Yeah. Let me make you the presenter.
Thank you.
Let's see if that helps. Try that.
All right, let me know if you guys see my screen. It says Mike Filsame
Yeah,
waiting to view Mike Filsame screen. Maybe there's like
he made me.
what's that?
Now
Oh, you
it's-
got that, Michelle. You sent that to Michelle, John.
Okay, that's okay.
Send it. Sorry, guys. Well, thanks for bearing with us. In the meantime, while we're having fun figuring this GoToWebinar stuff out, I got it. Type in the chat. See how I'm stalling here? Type in the chat and let us know where you're from. And my screen is going to pop up right now. You should be seeing it,
Yes.
right? Okay. I apologize. I think I have the right not to know how to use GoToWebinar, right? All right. Let's jump in. So the first thing I want to let you know, our store where I do these demos is called Overstock. So if you're wondering what is Overstocks, how come I don't have that? That's exactly because we just created a fake store so that we could do our demos. Your store is called Your Store, like this, .groovekart.com. And for you to log in, you simply go to yourstore.groovekart.com/administration. All right. So for me to log in, I'm just going to refresh this page here. And I'm going to log in with my details. This is where you log into your store, yourstorename.groovekart.com. Now, what I want to do, I want to show you some things that you should be familiar with inside here in the members area. The first thing is some important resources right here. When you click on this profile, the first thing I want everybody to do is click and go to our Facebook group. What we do about 3 or 4 times a day is we go in and we check on members and we see if there's anybody that has joined the group and is willing. Right now, everybody is in, and these are our different members. So you definitely want to go in and join this discussion group because we're going to be talking and learning, and it's going to become a community, especially over the years, to thousands of members. All right, next thing. I want you guys to realize that anytime you need support, the best place to go for that over here is at the support desk. We have a support team. Oh, look at that. Ryan just actually joined GrooveKart. We're going to be seeing a lot of those as you guys are doing that. The important thing I want you to know is please don't use the Facebook group for support unless you're looking for help from the community. Hey, does anybody have any good traffic strategies? Hey, that's not support. That's you guys looking to the community for help. If you go in looking for our support team, they're not going to be in there. So if you say something like, how do I get my extension to work in Safari? And the answer is that the extension works in Chrome. Nobody's going to see that maybe for 4 or 5 hours while we have our help desk hitting the refresh button waiting for your ticket. So the best place to go is here. Okay. The way that we're doing our support desk is every single ticket that's being created, if it's something that the community will know, what we're doing is we're creating a a knowledge base so that by the time that you write the information, all that information will be there for you. Okay, so you probably won't even have to wait for a ticket. So the next thing I want you to know is, as we're in beta, please don't report any bugs or request features in support. So I'm going to explain to you the scenario that happens with that. If you have a great idea for a feature, and you say, hey, can you please integrate with GetResponse or MailChimp or something like that, right? And that goes into a help desk. We close that help desk ticket, and you're the only person that knows about that. And then more and more people keep doing that, and our help desk is just in this vacuum of one-on-one conversation. What we've done is we've created a social community for you to be able to report a bug or request a feature. So if you request a bug and you come in here, or report a bug, let's say right here, stats not tracking. I'm just going to type this in, stats not. Oh, it looks like somebody else already has that. And then you can go in and see if they're doing the same thing as you, and you can add a comment. You can follow these things, and then you can see in our roadmap the things that we have planned, what's in progress, and what's complete. So if you see somebody that has a request, a feature request, you can go in and say, oh, you know what would be an extra good idea with that would be to also add this. And then as we take it from planned into progress and complete, you will get notified, you will get an email, you will get everything about a bug being worked on and a feature request. So please don't go to the help desk with that, because then nobody else is learning when we tell you, yes, this is in progress. So this is a great way for us all to collaborate. And if you notice right here, there's ways that you can upvote different things. Upvoting something, that's going to tell us, hey, we have 130 people that want MailChimp, but only 2 people that want GetResponse. So this is going to help us bring the features to you better. So please, by all means, as this starts to grow, upvote the things that are important to you as well. So you can report your bugs and do your feature requests here instead of the help desk. That would really help us out. The next thing I want to let you know, there's a lot of things in here. Right now, I'm currently building out a membership for all of the other things that you have, like the content, the training, some premium designs, and different things like that. As I told the people last week, that's going to be coming up very soon, certainly before the end of the month. We're creating a great membership for that. And, as you remember, we told you that there's a couple of things that aren't ready. Thanks for being a beta tester, and that's why you get this great discount. So having said that, I want to do a demo. You guys are going to get pretty excited. Some of you saw this last week. Many of you that bought over the weekend only saw this stuff on the sales page, and you didn't get to see it in motion. So I'm going to actually show you some things about GrooveKart Studio that you're going to be pretty excited about. So let me boot that up. So right here, you're going to see something called GrooveKart Studio, where you're going to be able to build some pages. And I want to create some context about this. If I go to our store, anytime you want to see what your store looks like, just click right here, and it's going to open up your store. And I do have to preface and say that we do demos on this store all the time. And we'll say, let's say you want to change this from red to green. And we're doing all these different demos, adding like an example splash image here and all this stuff. So if you're looking at our store and it doesn't look the best, that's because we're demoing and showing like how to change colors. So let's say I wanted to sell something like these socks. I click on these socks. Here's a little description of the socks, right? It's polyester, it's 4% cotton. Do I really need a sales page for these types of items in my store? No, this is a typical e-commerce store, Shopify, right? But there are many different types of stores where you need a gorgeous looking store with copy that then you have a checkout process where people buy. So let me give you an example. Let's go to apple.com, okay? Could you imagine apple.com running on Shopify? Well, they couldn't, right? All these items like this, if we click on this beautiful Apple Watch, right? Look at this page. This site is designed not like an e-commerce store, not like anything that Shopify could do. They don't have anything where you could build a store like this. Now, GrooveKart certainly has its way to do the checkouts, but to be able to put images side by side, click learn more to find out about one product, this is what we call the website, the storeless part of it. Okay, but if you notice, if I go to buy something, watch what happens right here in the URL. I click buy and I go to shop. Now that means I just got into the shopping cart. This is the stuff that functions like GrooveKart, right? Adding a product to a shopping cart, adding these different things and checkout process and things like that. So let's give some other examples. Who might not have 7,000 different products and sizes and variants and colors and t-shirts and sweatshirts and hoodies and babies and all these different things, what we call a typical e-commerce store? Well, certainly somebody that's selling supplements. We're going to talk about that in a little while. Maybe somebody that's selling a drone. Let's do a Google search here for DJI Spark. This is something that Joe Jablonski on the call and we both own. Oh, they have a couple of different products, but look at what they're doing. They need a full website to actually describe what their products are. And then when you click on these different products, let's see here. Let's just go to DJI, their front homepage. And they'll probably have something like products, right? And you click on a product. This isn't something that's going to sell at Shopify or necessarily even GrooveKart with 9 lines of information, right? How do you go on and show a page like this? So before I do that, I want to show you this page right here. Many of you are going to remember this. I'm going to this one that says live because we since closed it, and this is the previous page. This page that you're seeing here was built 100% out of the box with GrooveKart Studio. What that means is if you're the type of person that wants to build a storeless front, you can build a store just like this. I have some people that I spoke to the other day and said, Mike, how did you and Matt and John build this? That was a gorgeous looking page. What'd you use? And I said, oh, we use GrooveKart Studio. What else would we use? Why would we have something and then go out and use something from the competition? So let me show you exactly what this is and when you're going to get access to it. I'm going to have Matt this week or next week, early next week, import all of you guys into GrooveKart Studio. We still haven't automated this process. Otherwise, you would have gotten a welcome email with this. And this is how it's going to look. So we're going to close this, and I'm going to go over to, let's see here. You're going to get access to studio.groovekart. We're going to create an account for you, and you're going to log in. Now, I want to show you something here. When I click on edit, I'm going to open up the actual pages that we used to create this website. This is our very first coming soon page that's loading, and we have about 12 or 14 pages on here, a lot of content that's loading in the background. When I click on here, these are the actual pages. If you see here, this lifetime, this is what you saw as an option to become a lifetime member, but I'm just going to go to this page right here. This is live. And we're going to let that load. I'm here at our new office. And while that loads, just bear with me just a quick second here. All right, I think we're loaded. Okay, so nope, still loading. Bear with me just a second. Not until I can scroll here. All right, I think we're all set. So what you're seeing, guys, here, you can see this is the exact web page that was out on the front. This was created 100% out of the box using GrooveKart Studio. Now I want to show you how this is actually built. Okay, so I'm going to exit this, and I'm going to show you how you would build a store, and you're going to get access to this. This is what you paid for. You're going to be getting access to this, you know. Hopefully by the end of the week. I don't want to promise anything without talking to Matt. He's got to do some things in the background, but probably definitely next week. We want to make that promise to you. All right, so I'm going to click here and whoops. Oh, we'll go into this one. I'm going to click on a new creating a new site here, and these are what we call blocks. All right, so if I want to create something like anything here, maybe drag in a video, I simply just drag in here. If I want to create a footer, I go over to here and I click on a footer. I simply drag it here. Let's see, maybe I want some testimonials, right? I'm going to need some testimonials. I need this one guy right here. I'll change his image. And then I've got another 4 people, people like you that are leaving us testimonials in the group. I'll take your picture off of Facebook and I'll click right here and I'll go to the image and I'll just open up the image library and change the image and paste the text that you put here. But what else can I do with this? Well, let's see. I can do maybe like a little call to action here. We'll drag that here. I can do all these different things here. If you can see what we call the feature, I'm sorry, the big one here, the headers. We got these beautiful headers up here where I can just drag these things over. All the menus are built in, all the navigation, it's completely built in that way. And then from there, I can just keep adding different pages onto the site and then click the upload and it'll just FTP it up to our site. All these really cool things that you'll have, custom domains and so on and so forth. But in terms of like editing this text, right, you simply just select here. You can change the font size just by doing something like this, selecting all the text. And I'm not going to spend too much time doing something like this. I think you all get, you know, what these types of editors can do. If I want to change where this button goes, I can choose another page in the site, another block on this page. If I want to change the color of the button, I can just change the size, the color. Maybe if we want to do the red button, I believe is warning or danger, and we just click apply, just like that. So anything that you can imagine I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting some text messages. People who don't know that I'm doing some training. Michelle, can you please tell John Asaraf that I'm doing a live training and his texts are showing up? Yeah, so guys, I'm sorry. I got a little distracted, but let's get back here. We have things like components. So if you want to add a video, you simply just drag and drop. And so pop this right here. I can then just take this element right here and I hit remove, and I go from an image to a video. I click on the edit button here and I put the ID of my YouTube video, all this type of stuff. If you look at how beautiful our GrooveKart page is and you say, wow, that's beautiful, how did that happen? As you can see, I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm not a designer. If I want to make this blue, this background here, I simply click on the background and I click this dark blue. That's all over GrooveKart. That's the GrooveKart blue color I use. It's that simple. So I just dragged and dropped different things that I wanted. And I said, okay, I need this image. And I built a site like you see with GrooveKart in about a day. And then it took me about 4 or 5 days to go in and write the beautiful copy. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that all of this stuff doesn't have to be rewritten, but that's where you describe your product, your drone, or your surfboards, or if you're the type of person that actually has maybe 7 or different products, iPhone skins or vaping products, where you don't have 1,000 products, you have 6. You need to build a beautiful store. You got this. So what I want to do is it's not here to demo this page builder, but that's just one of the things that you guys didn't get to see. So I'm going to go to webinar, and I want you guys to do me a favor, type into the chat and tell me if you think that's pretty cool, and if you're excited about Darren says brilliant. Vernon says this is nice. Jonathan King says okay, that's a personal question. Can we build a funnel? Yes, absolutely. These things can do everything that you can imagine, and trust me, the plans that we have for this thing. So I want to let you know right now, this will build this page, and you're going to have to link your buttons to GrooveKart. Coming in 2019, we're going to do deep integration where you'll be able to go in and actually find your products in the side menu and just add it to your buttons. But so do me a favor, type in okay, let's see what people are saying. Sandy says, awesome. Jerome Wheat says, badass. Cindy, love it, love it, love it. Tom, very cool. Love from Steven. Hey, Mike from Louise. Awesome, Vernon Finley, and it's going on and on and on. I'm really glad you guys are excited about that. And some of you guys I remember from the training last week. So let's move on. This is not all just about this, and we want to get to John and Matt, and they've got some pretty incredible stuff to talk about too. So the next thing I want to talk about is let's see here. This is a feature that we're adding. This is going to come a little bit later. We have this, but it has to be, you're going to get your access to it. We're hoping for November. It might be December. But how this works is basically this. If you have a design that you've purchased, there are all these different places where you can become part of a design club and get exclusive designs, and you want to put a design on your store and just add it. Well, then you'll just go here and you'll click on images, and then upload the image and stamp it right to your store. But let's say you want to create your own custom design. You're going to see me design one that I've been doing a few times because it's a demo, and I'm going to go through the same beats. So what we do is we click on all categories right here, or I can type, and I can say, let's say military, and hit search and see, okay, here's a military category. So I click on this, and this comes over here like this, and I can select all of this stuff and move it up if I want it more here. But let's say I want this particular plane to be red. I'll just go in here and I design it as red, and I want to add some cool text in here. So I'm going to take this curved text tool, and I'm going to put it over here like this. Let's move this down a little bit. Okay, you guys get the point. I'm not a great designer. Let's put it here so you can see it better. And then I believe I go over to here and I can type my text. Wow. Like that. I can change the color of it, all these different fonts, all these different types of things. And then I can go to the back of the shirt and I can do the same. And then you can add clip art. You just go in here. Let's just type in house and just see what comes up. And I can click like that and add that to the back, and all the different clip art categories. Then you've got different shapes, things like if you want to add arrows and drawing tools, and you've got like this layer tool. If we go to the front here, you'll see more layers, kind of like in Photoshop. So if I want to bring a particular layer from the top to the bottom. I drag it, now it's up at the front. I can hide the text like that to see it, all that type of stuff. We're not here to demo this stuff, but this is basically to show you how you can design shirts and then add them to your store and the different variants. All that stuff is being added as well. Now, we are also going to be later allowing you to go to GrooveKart and click a box to add this either on the front end or the back end after somebody buys, to let them design their own shirts, and then they can proceed to checkout after they decide, define their own I love Sarasota, I love New York type shirt. All right, so that's a feature that's going to be coming to you guys very soon as well. Let's go back to our dashboard here. Let's see if I can do this. The next thing is I want to go over a product called Layer App. I'm going to show you this, and I'm going to have Matt demo this later, but just to basically explain what that is here. I think if we go to GrooveKart, I'm going to zoom in and show you. So the Layer App's a little different. The Layer App is not about putting a design on a shirt like you see here. The Layer App from GrooveKart Studio is something that allows you to put designs on non-traditional things, like completely all over a sneaker, leggings, high tops, pillows, wall art, knapsacks, things like that. So you'll literally take a design pattern, and Matt's going to demo this, and you drag it over to this, and you drag it over to that, and then you click, you add it to your store, and Matt's going to show you this. But here's what I want you to understand. These things will look like they're sitting in your store in every size 6, size 7, size, small, medium, large, kids, red, the green, the blue, the hoodie, the sweatshirt, all these different things. It's going to look like you have 9,000 things in your store. These are all virtual images that when the customer buys it and pays you $30 or whatever, $50, you collect that money, and it sends that schematic right to the print house, and the print house then gets a work order, like sending something to your printer when you want to print a copy of something. And it immediately automated goes right through the printer into a box with your branding and gets shipped out to your customer. We're going to talk about the different types of products we have in shipping in just a moment, but this is all automated. And then you pay after the product is shipped and printed. So let's say it cost you $20 and you sold it for $50. Well, the $30 is yours to keep, and you literally have a quote unquote virtual warehouse that prints these products on demand for you. So we're going to show you that in just a minute. And the next thing that we want to show you is, I hope that in the email that I sent you, you all got the video demo of me walking you through AliExpress. But I'm going to, for those of you that didn't see that, there's a demo tutorial that you got in the email that invited you here today. It went out about an hour and a half ago. When you click on Ali Connect, it's very important first that you click on the app manager. Matt's going to show you all this stuff. There are different apps that you pay for over at Shopify separately. They're all included. They'll be included for you for life. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to make sure this green toggle button here is on for Ali Connect, because if it's off, it doesn't show up in your menu. And then you're going to click on Configure, and that's going to show you how to add the Chrome extension to your Chrome browser. And once that's done, again, I sent you a video that shows you that. It's going to work something like this. You're going to go to AliExpress. And what I want you guys to do is type in the chat something that you'd like to have in your store. And I'm going to see, whether it's weightlifting or scales or clothing or jewelry or a quad or a lawnmower, something for babies. Type something into the GoToWebinar chat, and I'm going to take a look and see what you guys are saying here. A watch. Okay, purses from Cindy. Darren says, let's do a watch. Okay, hey, we know watches are pretty good right now, Apple iWatches. So let's see if I can actually find a smartwatch, right, and add it to my store. All right, hopefully I'm not embarrassed and they don't have it, but let's click on smartwatch. Well, look at this. Here's a little thing that looks like an iPhone watch, and it's going to cost me $12 with free shipping. All right, let's click on this. Now that my store is configured, I have this little thing up here where I put my details in, and I've got this little import to my store. So I've got all this information right here, these images, everything. I want to sell this product. Thing is, AliExpress it's in the top 5 most trafficked sites in the world. It's John or Matt, one of us, one of you guys, if you want to mute, we hear your, your resting coughs and stuff like that.
Mike, can I say something real quick, Mike?
Yes, go ahead.
I just got a notification says that the recording stopped. That's why I was.
Really?
There's not enough free space left to record.
Thank God we recorded this last week. So that just sucks for the people that didn't make it today. But we've got last week's recording, John. So thanks for letting me know. Otherwise, I'd really panic right now.
Sorry about
Go
that.
Webinar Jam. Just kidding. All right. So thanks, John. So going back to what we just said here. Now that I want to add this product to my store, I simply do this. I click on this button right here. Oh, I clicked on it twice, damn it. And it opens up this information here. Now I could take the time and, fix their typos if they had any. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click submit. Okay. And then what we're going to do, we're going to go back to our my store, my demo store. I believe that's here. No, it's here. Here. Okay. And I'm going to go into this product called Alley Connect that we have here for you. Now I've got 2 things. This is where my orders are going to show up. We're going to look at that in just a minute, but I'm going to look at the different products, and that's right here. And I should have my smartwatch camera right here. So what we don't want this thing to do is go right into our store without it editing. So what I do, if I'm happy and I want to put it into my store, I click on this checkbox and I wait about 5 or 10 seconds while this spins up here and it's building it out and it adds it to my store. And if all goes well, it refreshes and bing, hey, it's in my store. So now I'm going to go into my products here. I'm going to click on products and it's going to give me a list of all my products from when they were ordered. The latest product is right here. Now, what I can do is just simply click on this, and I want to edit this right away because a lot of the formatting doesn't come in perfectly, so we want to see how this looks in our store. So set up my product, I simply do this, and I get some information about it, make sure I put it in the category that I want. I want to set up my price. Now, what GrooveKart does automatically is it doubles it. Remember, it was $12 there, but I want to sell this thing for $99, man. Let's make some money, right? I could add my shipping, even though it's free shipping. I want to charge the customer $5.95. And all these other features I'm going to let Matt go over with you, but I want you to get the point of it. Let's make sure that our images came out right. Let's open that up. Look at that. Imported all of my images. Wonderful. Let's close this. And this is where you have to put a little bit of TLC, right? You go into this here and you're going to notice that it doesn't, it just brings in all the text. So we do have to spend a little bit of time, and if we can get this to work a little bit better, where where all of these things, what you're seeing is an app that I have that fixes their typos. See, all this stuff. It's an app called Grammarly, and Michelle, can you grab my phone? Who's ever texting me, please let them know I'm on a webinar and to hold off, thanks. And then I think you get the point. I can go in here, I can make the fonts bold, I can make them bigger, all that stuff. So I'll put a little bit of TLC in here. There's a couple of other settings that you can do for search engine optimization, but let's leave that for Matt. Once that's said and done, I click on preview and I can actually see this product now in my store. It's ready to go. It's ready to take orders. Here's this product in my store. Here are the different products. It actually looks better here than it did over at AliExpress. Now this here is something that we did from our last demo to show you how we can have the form here, or we can have a button that goes to checkout. Some of this stuff about people watching. Matt's going to demo all that. And as you can see, I didn't spend enough TLC in here making this look nice, but I think you get the picture. What does this mean? This means that if you want to have survival life products, it is unimaginable the millions of products that you can add to your store instantly, and it's sitting at your store and it looks like you're selling. This is like drop shipping. So now you say to me, Michelle, tell Gladys to please leave me alone. Now your question is, so Mike, now when the customer buys, can you tell me what the process is? Absolutely. Here's what happens. The customer goes through your checkout process and they buy this for $99. It's now sitting in your PayPal account or your Stripe account or your merchant account, and you have the money. What you need to do daily is you come in and you click on your Alley Connect, just like this, and you want to look at your orders. Okay. And before I do this, I want to say this is how it works. You go to AliExpress, and you create an account, and you simply put your credit card on file, or you buy credits up front. And once you have that up front, what you do is you would see an order without a check mark. So these are all the orders that are fulfilled. And when you have an order let me see, whoops, we got to click on orders, I'm sorry. When you see an order, I simply can view the order and learn about the customer, or I simply click on place order. Now, I don't want to do that because it's going to go and actually place an order. And we don't want to do that. But essentially what's going to happen is it's going to open up this product at AliExpress. It's going to take all of the buyer's information and put that into the form. It's going to hit submit. It's going to put their billing, their shipping information, and send it out to the customer automatically for you. And then it's going to charge you the $12. So you collected $99, you click this button, it went and fulfilled the order for you by filling out all the fields and charged you the wholesale price after you've collected the money. This is some pretty exciting stuff. It's already built into the system for you. So I wanted to demo that for you. And remember, I told you we're going to teach you about the Get Layer app. Now, before I turn it over to Matt and John's coming up next, I want to explain to you some things that are going to, when John is talking about print on demand, and I've got these shirts, and I do this, and I use Facebook and all that type of stuff. Keep in mind that what separates us from Shopify is that we want to not only provide you with the application, but we also want to provide you with the training and the plug and play businesses. So let's go back to the GrooveKart webpage and talk about these businesses and what they mean. So print on demand. We are working with two different print houses, and this is going to be connected very, very shortly. We're working on the last minute details of these APIs. What's going to happen is you will be able to set up and create your virtual stores. You want the white t-shirt, sweatshirt, and hoodie. And you want it in white and red, and you want it in small, medium, and large, and all those different things. And you're going to click and add this design, and then you'll click another button, and it's going to load all of these virtual products up to your store, and then you set your pricing and all that good stuff. So what happens is, just like everything else we've been talking about, when somebody sees it at your store, okay, let's go here. Bear with me a second. When somebody sees a product at your store, let's take a look at something like let's just do a high top here. When they find these products at your store, whether it's a t-shirt and they click on it and they buy, remember what I said, all of these products look like you have a warehouse somewhere. And when they buy it, all these things just go on demand. So we've created your opportunity to do these things with Layer app. We've got the apparel. So that's all of the different things like t-shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies, which is where John built the majority of his business. And then finally, we have this that we're in the last touches of just finishing the APIs with our company that we seeked out. And what's going to happen is, if you want to get into the supplement business, many people that followed me came from the world where you're an expert and you're a coach and you're a consultant. And we have 41 different products, from men's and women's health, even pet products, minerals, oils. We'll be getting into CBDs. All these different things, protein powders, energy drinks, energy supplements. If you want to, the focus product, so you want to say, hey, if you guys want to know how I stay focused and get everything done, I have my own supplement. It's called Mike's Energy, blah 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 blah. You could put it into your signatures. It'll be your store. We're going to teach you how to do Facebook ads and all this type of stuff. You can be in the supplement business, the apparel business, the Layer app business, where it's apparel to the next level. It's things like high tops, high heels, leggings, backpacks, wall art, paintings, all these different things we're going to be showing for you. We've created for you. And then finally, the last little thing, Matt's going to be demoing in a little while. All of these, what we call these native apps, these are things that when you go to Masterminds, you find out that using your Shopify store, you can pay $49 a month or $99 a month or $19 a month to have all of these different apps that help your store work better. John, to have everything that GrooveKart had, John was paying about $299 a month with the premium Shopify option. He paid another $400 a month in apps, and then Shopify has no option where you're not their partner. They take a percentage of every sale. I don't understand that business model, how they can charge you $2.99 a month and then say, we want to get a 0.5% of every sale you make, even when you're using your own merchant account. And it's 2% if you take their lower price options. They're basically saying, yeah, we're going to charge you monthly, but we're going to be your partner. So we don't do that as well. So at this point, Matt, I'm going to turn it over to you. If you could start with the Layer app just to show that, because that's the last part of the GrooveKart Studio. Oh, actually, no, we're going to go to John first. John, do you need to share your screen, or you'll just be talking? So, guys, we're going to go over to John while he unmutes himself here, and John's going to talk about your opportunity that you can have in the e-commerce world and how John has built, a $1 million store with different strategies. He's going to let you know basically how that works. So I'm going to mute myself. John's going to talk, and then we're going to go to Matt, and he's going to go over all the rest of this stuff in here for GrooveKart for you. Thanks.
Okay, so everyone can hear me okay? Mike or Matt or whoever has audio that tells me they can hear me.
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear. Okay, so hey everyone, listen, thank you, Mike, for going through that. Now listen, what I'm going to do is, mine might be a little scattered. I might be going around the bend, but I'm going to just show you a few different things that I want you to see. Let's see if I'll make me be a presenter, but okay, let's see, show my screen. Sure, why not? Let me know if you see my screen. Can you guys see my screen? Hello? Mike or Matt or anyone? Yeah, okay, we got some yeses coming. You guys can hear me still okay?
Looking good, my friend. Looking at
all right, let me show you just a few things. First, I want to go back here, and I'm just going to just flick through some pictures that you could probably see. This is me, and this is Mike. And this is when we first started doing the promotions for GrooveKart. I'm just flipping through these because they happen to be in my queue. But I want to show you, let's show you some of my bills here with Shopify. Mike just talked about this. So just to know that this is real, okay? So here's $702 for my store. This is for the month. So my subscription was $299, and I had $403 in applications. And this was also, now on top of this is not all I paid. Every transaction I got dinged for a Shopify fee as well. And that comes in a separate invoice, okay? So you can see this is this is the truth. Here's another one for August, 616. Okay, this is a different store. Now I'm going to show you a different store. Look, here's transaction fees, $38.33. Okay, this is John Cornetta down here, and this is a different store. So you get subscriptions. This was a $99 a month store. Apps, $198 a month. So you can see when you start comparing GrooveKart, it's just incredible. Now, I want to make sure Mike talked about joining our Facebook group. That's great. I also want to show you guys a couple of things, and not to brag too much, but let me brag, okay? These are screenshots from a Shopify store, but here's a typical to maybe just above typical day in that store. That's $22,000 in sales that day. 22,319 orders, 11% abandoned cart. Now, 11% of my abandoned cart recovery is unheard of. Okay, Shopify averages about 5%. Part of the training we're going to show you as we get deeper into this, we dive in November, December, and January, is how to get your abandoned carts like that, because that's a huge amount. Here's another day, right? 322 orders, another $22,000. So I'm just showing you this to, yes, brag a little bit, but also show you that I know what I'm talking about here, and I wanted to just give you that example. So those are some of the things that are possible. Mike was showing you t-shirts, he was showing you sneakers. Let me show you, just to give you some ideas real quick, inside Facebook Ads Manager. And this is not to, again, overwhelm you, just to give you guys some ideas and some thoughts. There's 230 million people in the United States. Sorry about that. Let me just go ahead and put DND on this. I apologize. Sorry about that. There are 230 million people in the United States that have Facebook accounts. And if I add to this, depending on where you guys are in the world or where your customers might be, and I add Europe, I'm up to 590 people that are potentially my customers just right there. So I just want to just give you some ideas now. When you're doing t-shirts, and let's just say that you're, let's just say you want people that like dogs, just dogs, and you find that dog niche. You have 180 million people that like dogs. Now, well, that's just a little bit broad, right, John? You know, so let me just show you some people that like, let's see, shepherds, German Shepherd. Okay, there's 15 million people that like German Shepherds. Now, again, there's lots of things you can sell on e-com. There's products from AliExpress. There's your own products. There's products that you find from other vendors. There's products that you create, like Joe Jablonski has a product that he personally makes. There's t-shirts, and there's all the products that are in the Layer app. I'm going to originally focus training on t-shirts and the products in the Layer app because print on demand is like printing money. And people say, hey, John, you can't make claims like that. Yeah, I just showed you my screenshots. When you know how to do this right, you can kill e-com. And what I always do in my stores is that I lead with print on demand stuff, but then I have every single other ancillary product that you could possibly want. For example, I'm going to do a shirt for German Shepherds, and I have this cool looking dog, but that shirt's not going to sell. Why? The interest is too broad. So I want German Shepherds, but I only want, let me just go down here now. I only want women who like German Shepherds, and I only want women that are, let's just say, 29 to 65. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and narrow it even further. I want people that are parents with teenagers. And now look at this. I've got it down to 520,000. So my shirt would now be skewed and designed towards people, moms that like German Shepherds that have a teenager. And you have to use your imagination on how that shirt might play out. Or for example, I might do a shirt or a sneaker on coffee, right? I want coffee drinkers, but I only want coffee drinkers, okay, who live in, let's say, the state of New York. Or let's say I only want coffee drinkers, and I'm going to narrow this further, who also like, I don't know, or who also are a lawyer. Let's just see. Or a corporate lawyer. Or look, they're a member of the American Bar Association. I know that they're a lawyer. So now I have coffee drinking lawyers. So when you can start, and I'm just giving you again a brief overview here. When you can start layering, and thus the name layer, interests on your products, you guys will kill it online. It's like taking candy from a baby. So if you have any questions on this, or just want you to just start to spin the potential that you would have. And then what you do now, okay, is now you're going into AliExpress and you're finding other products that work with that sneaker, that backpack, that shirt. Let's say that shirt, the niche is all about lawyers. Now you're going in there and you're finding every single thing on AliExpress, not that a lawyer needs, but every other pin, every button, every coffee cup, everything else that you don't currently have somewhere else, and you build up this niche. And let me tell you something, it takes, I don't know, a half an hour or an hour to go through AliExpress and grab everything from a niche that you would need, put it in the store. Meantime, you got a designer blowing out your design for your shirt and your shoes, and bang, you're popping it up and you're making money. So I'm going to see if there's any questions here. If you want questions for the end, or Mike, is there anything else you think I should touch on? Mr. Phil Same?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking to Michelle about what to do with a question, and I forgot that I was on mute. Okay, so John, you're wrapped up, right? We're ready for Matt?
Yeah, unless you think there's anything else I should be touching on.
No, I think that's good. We're an hour into the call, and Matt's got a good hour and a half worth of stuff that he's going to crunch into an hour, and we could save a lot of stuff for our future training. So great stuff. Appreciate it. I hope you guys are excited to know what can be done. John, you're still controlling the screen, so if you can, we're going to get Matt here. Matt, are you ready? And let us know when you're ready for John to flip the screen over to you to accept.
I am ready, John, if you want to flip the screen.
All right. All right.
That was
So,
quick.
Matt, take it away. So, guys, what you're about to learn is what Matt's been working on for about 2.5 years, and not to be it's not to be put at the end of this call by importance. I can show you. This is the heart of GrooveKart. He's going to show you basically the engine that he's been working on with the development team for 2.5 years. Uh, Man, we're happy to show this to you. And look, this is the technology, and John is going to be showing you the training, how to actually make this technology make you money. So go ahead, Matt, take it away.
All right, guys, let me apologize again by the bad signal. I hope you can hear me well. And if at any time you can't hear me, please let us know, and Mike will notify me for sure. So I'm going to close this. Hopefully, we'll still all put it to quit. Maybe not quite. Let me move that to the side. First of all, let me thank you guys for taking the time to listen to that. Today, I again want to take kind of like an approach where we're going to look at this in e-commerce. And during the entire conversation we will have today, I'd like you guys to keep in mind what we are doing. Again, some key concepts in e-commerce that you've heard before are going to be conversion rate. Conversion rate being how many visitors are actually adding a product to cart and then buying it. I want to talk a little bit about the average order value, right? When you get a shopping cart going through the register, how many products are in that shopping cart and what is the average value of that shopping cart? And I want to talk about ways of getting people to come back to your website and do more purchases once you've earned them as a customer. In e-commerce, it's crucial to understand this concept. And also, one more thing that I'd love to mention today is we're going to look a little bit more into what these concepts are, but really the more important thing is to look at your revenue, right? And do your entire website thinking of revenue optimization and not only conversion rate, right? If you price all of your product at $1, then you're going to have an excellent conversion rate. And so that's why GrooveKart was created. It has a lot of tools that are going to help you maximize your conversion rate, increase your average order value, get customers to come back. Okay, and then with John, and a lot of the cool things you're going to learn from him is actually going to help you guys drive traffic to your website. So, in order to know how well you're performing, one of the first place we're going to start, and every time you log into your GrooveKart, you're going to get here, that is your dashboard. And your dashboard's got a lot of key information. We've tried to make it so that when you first log into your computer, you have access and you see that information right away. The top part of your dashboard is going to help you figure out for what kind of dates you're looking at. So here we're looking just as today. You can select if you want to look at an entire year, et cetera, et cetera. So this is just changing the date range. And then here comes the interesting information. How many sales at the bottom line in dollars? The bottom line is we're here to make money, right? How many orders that represents? What is the cart value? So the cart value is really equal to the average order value. The number of visits to your website, which is also a key performance indicator that you want to monitor. What is your conversion rate? The national average is about 1.67%. And your net profit, that is how much money did you make? That is basically taking all of your sales and subtracting your cost, and that's going to come up with your profit. Of course, it doesn't include costs like Facebook ads or other things that you might need in order to run your e-com store. Then I thought it would be interesting to kind of give you a quick view of what's going on at this very moment on your store. At this very moment, you can see there are 13 online visitors, 0 pending orders, etc., etc. Okay. Now, in order to, because I know you always end up in a dashboard to facilitate navigation, you can actually click on any of these numbers and get more data one click away. Okay. And everything can actually be graphed out. So if you want to graph, you're going to need a little bit more than one day. So there's going to be historical data. So say you want to look at a current month. Now you're looking at 30 days. You're going to have a graph that's going to show you how these things have changed over a period of 1 month, right? And of course, all those numbers are for the months. And you can do a custom date right here as well. So if you want to go to your order page, just click on order. It'll take you right there. If you want more information about your visitors, click on the visit, and you're going to go right there. You don't have to navigate through the store necessarily. Excuse me, guys. So the dashboard, again, doesn't have all the information you need. That's not the entire reporting structure, but it's a quick glance of what's going on and how well your business is doing. Okay, and you can also graph your orders over time, your average order value over time, which you want to see that number go up, right? You want people to put more and more product in a shopping cart. You want to find innovative ways to get people to buy more. And then that's how many customer service messages you have pending. And then you get to see more information about your traffic, how many people are coming from Bing, Google. Obviously, a lot of you guys are going to show Facebook as well as incoming traffic. And the system kind of uses a little bit of artificial intelligence, nothing too crazy. It looks at the last 60 days to try to predict the future and your growth, and then it kind of tries to find out what's going to happen to you over time. So you kind of know if you're hitting some targets or if you have to do some changes. And that's your forecast tab. The forecast tab does not take into account special events like, Black Friday and things like that. And then the next thing you see here is your last 10 orders. You can click on any of them and go straight to the actual order. So that's your dashboard, folks. Once in a while, we might communicate with you guys here and send you some information about an event or some information about some product that we're releasing. We also use this as a platform to send you guys some private messages just for GrooveKart users. Big thing we're going to look at is your product. Product tab is one. A lot of the question I've seen in the Q&A, hey, do I have to sell print-on-demand products? And the answer is no. You can sell just about anything that you're looking to sell using GrooveKart. If you want to sell, like Mike mentioned, Joe is selling some of his homemade products that are really cool products, right? Obviously, I like selling socks, and anything you want to sell, you're able to do it with GrooveKart. As of right now, we're doing only physical products. We do have codes to do digital products, and we might be looking for one or two beta tester to do that. So if you click on new product, this is going to be step one to adding new product to your store. I do want to mention the two tabs that are right next to it. Tags, right? We're going to be able to tag every product, and we're going to look at what we're able to do. So variants, you guys know what variants are. Variant is basically one product and how it can be configured differently. What are the variety of this one product? So for a shirt, it could be small, medium, large. Could be blue, yellow, orange. And for a bracelet, it could be a type of lock. I mean, a variant can be any way to change the configuration of one product within that same product. On your product list page, which is a page that you see right here, I wonder if I can hide that. No, it's going to be here the whole time and mess with me. You can actually filter and search for products. And I want to show something that's very, very important. If you guys are, please pay close attention to the next 10 seconds because it's going to make a whole lot of a difference. I've gotten a couple support tickets this weekend that says, hey, I've lost all of my products. And I want to talk a little bit about what happened here. So I typed in the word London to create a filter, and now all of the products are going to show, and the results are going to be related to London. There's only two of them. And what's happening is when you add some information on top, whether it's a product number, a SKU number, a category, it's going to filter to those products, so you can find and navigate and find products a little bit quicker. You could have the system show you only active products or products that are not active or offline. And so I've had merchants, put some kind of a search character, then they leave, they start working on something else, they might work on categories, then they come back to their products page, and now all their products are gone. Or in other words, the only thing that they have is really the London product. So here goes the support ticket, and it says, hey guys, I don't understand, all my products are gone. In reality, this is just a filter. We have to find a way to solve for making that a little bit more user-friendly. But as of today, until this is resolved, just press the little X and it's going to remove the filter. Okay, a good clue that there's a filter is in one of these pieces of information here I filled in. Okay, guys? So
what we're probably going to do, right, Matt, we're probably just going to program that after, every new session or every 30 minutes, it just releases that filter.
Right. I think that's the approach we're going to have.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So instead of creating a product from scratch, which is kind of basic, I'm just going to go and start working with a product that's already made, so we have a little bit of a better experience doing this training. And so let me see. If I remember right, there's product 523 that I really like, so I'm going to put number 523 minimum and maximum. And now it's going to create that. Whoops, must not have been 523. Let me try 525. Again, I'm just adding the value of the product that I'm actually looking for. You can actually create multiple filters. And here is this product. This is the October month. This is the Cancer Awareness Month, so I figured it'd be a cool product to show you guys. Again, very basic stuff here. You're going to have your audio configuration. So if you want to set up your product, here you're going to have the basic product title, right? If your product has variant or the product doesn't have any variant. The visibility tab is one of the tabs where I've gotten the most compliments.
Matt, could you explain what a variant is? Let's assume that half our users have no idea what e-commerce is because they're like me and didn't know those terms when I first started working with you. So let's slow it down on some words like that. And if you see something, where maybe we abbreviate, just an example, POD. I was on a webinar once where the guy kept saying POD, POD, and I had to say as the host, what's POD? And they said, oh, print on demand. So just little things like that, we'll break it down a little bit more for them. Okay, thanks.
All right, guys, variant. It's I don't know how to explain it anymore than I have a couple minutes ago. Really, I guess it's a variation of a product, right? So as long as it's within the same product, if you have a different variety of this product, if something changes, still being the same product, it's a variant. For example, in the case of a shirt, small is one variant, medium is one variant, large is one variant, extra large is another variant. If you look at colors could be a variant, right? Usually it's the same product that have different configuration that requires a different SKU or a different reference item. So for example, a blue small shirt is a different shirt than a blue large shirt, and it requires two different SKU, but the actual variant will be the size or the color. So in GrooveKart, when we refer about as a variant, it's when it happens within the product and has different declination, different attributes that belong to that one product. Okay, and really you can easily determine, you can create variant about anything, right? If you're selling engine, a variant could be gas engine or diesel engine. If you're selling lights, it could be 110 volts or 212 volts. It's a different configuration of that same product. Does that make sense, guys? Guys, I'm sorry. Every time I'm muted, it's because I got a nasty cough here going on. Not sure if it's Arizona allergies. Anyway, so basically, if your product has variants, there will be a new tab underneath here that's going to allow you to manage your variants. Okay, and if you click change, you'll be able to see all of the different possibilities for variants. One of my favorite options about GrooveKart is visibility. Okay, I really want to talk about that because that's a really cool feature. In Shopify, it's a little bit similar like adding the hidden tag, which John would correct me if I'm incorrect, but I believe if you had a tag that says hide or hidden from Shopify, then you are not able to see the product on the store catalog. For example, if you go to mypetstore.com and a product and status, in our case, URL search only, it will never show up on that store unless you know the entire URL. So in the case of that product, if it's everywhere, it's going to be on the home page. It's going to be on the category page, which is a page that kind of lists all the products within one category. It's going to come up on search. If I select the option search only, the only way this product is going to work is that somebody actually searches for it. So for example, if you're selling yellow airplane, you would have to search airplane or yellow or something like that to actually see the product in the search results. And the option URL search only. This one is you need the entire URL to see the product, and that's the only way you're going to see the product. So say, for example, that you find a winning product. You create that coffee shoe for a lawyer, and you have some clever text on it, and you don't want your competition to steal it. You could create an ad on Facebook, select the option URL search only, and point Facebook to that product on your ad, right? And not show it in your store by default so that your competitors cannot come in and see what products are in your stores. Okay, so that's one use case for that, and there are several other use cases that you can find in hiding your product within your web store. Not good for SEO, and actually Google is also not able to see your product by default. If you click change next to price and discount, that's where you can set up your pricing. Couple cool things here to observe is you have your merchant cost. That is how much it is costing you to buy a product. Okay? And shipping is, we're going to change the text here to shipping fee. Okay? We're going to remove the word additional because it's a little bit confusing. But basically, it's how much is shipping for that product. So on that particular shoe, if I put $4.95, it's going to be $4.95 to ship the shoe, and it's going to show on checkout. If I'm going to put $9, then the customer is going to have to pay $9 to ship that shoe. Okay? Unless you have a free shipping configured above a certain amount and all the requirements are met. The on sale flag, I have a little flag on the product page that says on sale. And you can add as many discounts as you want. Adding a discount is easy. You click here, set up your discount. Is that just for a variant? In which case you have to pick which variant. In that case, it might be for the black size. How much you want the discount to be? Do you want it to be a percentage or a dollar amount? So very straightforward as well. Here you can manage all of your variants. We are looking at ways to improve that. We think that the user experience is not clear enough here on how to manage variants. But right now, if you can, for example, search for a variant at any time by tapping the text, then it will show you which one it corresponds. Or you can type the variant category and say all, for example, and then you can put, for example, shirt size blue, and then generate also variants that would correspond to that. We're going to try to have a click on and drop system to make that a little bit easier to use, so that if you're creating a product, it's a little bit too complicated right now to set up the variant. It's actually fairly easy, but it's not. It's hard to tell what's going on right here, right off the bat. And here, if you want to, let's say you want to change prices of the variant, you could actually select them all and do a quick price change. You don't have to go to each one of the tabs and change your prices as well. Okay. Image, only a couple things that are important here is you're able to set up which image is going to be the cover. So that's going to be the image that shows by default on your home page. When you go to description, here you have three types of description, and I want to be very clear what the difference is. So first description is called the short description, and that description is above the add to cart button. Okay, so if you want to keep it short, it's also the one that's going to be read by Google, and it's the one that is above the add to cart button. Your main description is going to be below the add to cart button, and the upsell description is going to be the description that is used only when this product is displayed as an upsell product. So for example, let's say I have a pair of socks. I might do my short description, say yellow pair of socks. The main description might be something similar to, this is the most comfortable socks made of nylon, daddy, blah, blah, blah. And the upsell description might be, act now. Buy this sock now and get 50% off. Something a little bit more markety, right? A little bit shorter text as well. Okay. Here you can set up all of your tags. It's important that you tag the products properly. You can set up what is the brand of your product. So if you sell, for example, Nike shoes and Converse shoes, then you can go ahead and assign a brand to it. So you can create reports and also create web pages that can sum up all of the products by brand as well. And the SEO tab, I don't want you guys to worry too much about it, especially we're about to redo that section as well. But what it allows you to do, if I can ever move the webinar thing up, it allows you to show and modify how this product is going to be shown to Google. So the meta title on Google is the first line. Then this is usually the meta description is the second line of what Google reads, and that's your longer text. And then your URL if you want to change your URL. By default, the text on the meta description is the same as the product summary. If you want it to be different, just make sure to type a different text here. In the future, we're going to actually create a preview of what it would look like on Google, and it's called like a SERP snippet, and we're going to make that a little bit more user-friendly. So that's in our to-do list. So guys, this is a product page. The best way to learn this is to play with it a little bit and to learn it, okay? And to add a few products and to try it. And then the next thing I'm going to talk about is just the product app settings briefly for now. And here, as you notice, there's absolutely nothing. It's because we are including a bunch of ads that normally you would actually have to pay for a ton of money as part of GrooveKart. And the idea behind it is going to be to be able to just enable those products. It's just one click of a button. So for example, today, if you enable, let's say, related products, then all of your products are now going to have an additional function called related products in that little product tab. And all of the settings that you set up in your app manager are going to be default for all of your products. And then on the product page itself, we can configure it a little bit differently. So instead of talking about stuff that doesn't make any sense, let's go ahead and take a test example and create a product together. One of the best way to create a product, if you're an artist and want to make a lot of money, is to use Layer App. So I'm going to click on Layer App, and we're actually going to make this page a little bit easier to read. And right now I'm having a little bit of trouble with my internet connection. I'm trying to refresh. Anybody know how to minimize this by any chance? Mike, do you know? It's been disturbing me, to be honest, here.
Matt, I'm sorry. I've got my headphones down answering some questions, so I didn't hear that. I'm dealing with some Q&A.
Do we want to take a few questions before we go into Layer App, Mike?
No, do the Layer App first. I've got to finish typing a couple of questions to some people, and then we can go to some Q&A, okay?
All right, Layer App is what made me fall in love with GrooveKart. I love it. First thing is when you go to add products, these are all the products that are already ready for you guys. It's already ready to go, right? And so included right off the bat today, ready to go. We got high top, slow top, sneakers, canvas boots, leather boots, tote bags, backpack, leggings, et cetera, et cetera. Now, think about this, right? I'm trying to define which products are really made to be sold. So obviously the high top and low tops and sneakers are products designed to be sold along with the boots and backpacks and bags. But if you look at, for example, the socks or the pillowcases or the flip-flops, you might not want to drive traffic for such items, but they could be great upsell products, right? So for example, if we create a design on a high top, then maybe we can use a sock and an upsell. So let's give it a try here. Super easy. The first step is to create a JPEG, right? Using Photoshop or having an artist help you, whatever works better for you. And this product can actually be created straight into your store. So which one am I going to pick here? I'm going to try to do, I don't know. Let's try to do, which one? Let's do a lookup. Let's see how that would work out. I haven't done one in a while. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to pick, so maybe a low top. I want it to be women. So again, here, if you click the button, make all the variants, it's going to create every single possibility. But when I looked at this one, I think maybe doing woman might be a little bit of a smarter move, considering the pale color. So I'm going to go and create this shoe for women. And it looks like it would work out pretty good on white. And so here, by default, Layer App is already getting ready to create that product for your store. you can pre-record your description for every single one of your product per product type. So for example, I want all of my sneakers to have this description, or I want all of my socks to have this description. You can pre-program all of your prices by clicking those buttons here, which can save you a lot of time down the road. In this particular case, I'm going to take the mock-up we have, and I'm going to try to do, let me see, we said we'll do a low-cut woman, so female low-cut, left shoes. I'm simply going to drag it here, make sure it goes into the shoe. And unfortunately, with my internet connection here, I'm a little bit worried about how much time it can take, because those are very, very high resolution images. And let me see, what else do I have here? So I got a weird design here. I guess it's not even the same color, but it's okay, just for the sake of doing the stitching. So we're gonna have to unfortunately wait a few seconds. But basically, I'll give it another 10 seconds. The internet is really that horrible. I'm actually doing it over my phone in LTE with a bad signal. If that doesn't work, I'm going to go straight to a product that's already built. But basically, next we're going to set up the pricing for the product, and we're going to set up the where we want it to sell and that kind of stuff. And here in this particular size, it's very easy. The only mistake I made is that I didn't use the right size for the product. But unfortunately, I think the internet is not going to help us out. But once you create your product, which really is as easy as dragging the product here and configuring them, you get something like this, right? Let me see, maybe I'm going to pick a little bit of a better product here. This one is the one I used earlier to put some not so good text. Let me see. So here, bowling shoes. So this was a design that I was actually pretty simple. We dragged it on the shoe, created the product, and now when you look at the product into the store, it's going to look exactly like the JPEG that we uploaded. It's very hard to tell that this product didn't exist actually. We put a great care in putting some level of granularity into the product and really make some of the colors really worked out really, really good. So it's very hard to tell that this product didn't actually exist once upon a time. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to find ways that we can sell this product, right? So let's see, I'm going to try a couple things real quick. And this is how you can build your catalog. Look at that; it looks really, really nice. For the sneakers, we actually create the product where they're being worn by ladies, or in some images, and different color boxes, etc., etc. And this is done automatically once you upload your design. So being put here a little bit. But I'm a merchant, right? So my goal now is really to increase my conversion rate. So one of the things I'm going to try to do to increase my conversion rate is I want to create a little bit of scarcity into the product, right? So let's look at product 507 and see what we can do here after we created it from layer app to increase our conversion rate. I'm going to click on the actual product. And as a store owner, I'm going to want to be a little bit aggressive. So I'm going to start at this ad catalog, right, and decide what features I want to really have to try to increase my sales. So today, I'm going to want to do maybe a countdown timer, and I'm going to show you guys what it is in a second. Again, this is going on the left, clicking App Manager. It shows you all of the apps that are available to you guys at no cost. And that are designed to enhance the experience, right? So for example, here it's going to say, okay, until what time do you want the app to work? Well, I'm going to say I want it to come down until midnight. And then that would be, not only do I want this countdown timer, but I wouldn't mind if I could tell the customers I'm about to run out of stock. Again, these features like running out of stock, telling them more people are looking at the product, are features that in reality are going to create scarcity. It's going to make the customer feel like, oh my God, if I don't get this now, I might never be able to get this product again. And that alone is going to increase your conversion rate. So now that I added all this feature, I'm going to take another look at my product and see what it looks like. So I'm going to refresh the page. And as you can tell, now we got a countdown timer that we didn't have before. We're telling people, hey, 60 people are watching this product right now. There's only 18 in stock. Okay? So we are trying to be a little bit more aggressive in trying to sell the products now. Okay? And if I'm going to say, you know what, for this one particular product, I might not want to do it till midnight. What you can easily do is change the setting for this particular product as well. So we're going to look what it looks like if we try to do that. Again, I'm going to go over to my product tab. I'm going to find, I'm going to show you guys, oh my God, all my products are gone. Oh yeah, I got to click my X. We're going to find product 734, which is, by the way, if you want a quick trick to know how to find your product real quick, you can always look as well at the URL on top. The product ID is right here. I'm going to go to product 734. I'm going to open my product. Several ways of doing that. The easiest is really to click here on the product name. Those extra scarcity stuff that I'm going to increase your conversion rate are apps. And as you can tell, you're going to find the same names that you found in your app settings, right? So in the app settings, we were turning features on and off that are global to the entire store. But then on your product page, you're able to do some of these changes. So for example, we said on the countdown timer, you know what, in this particular case, I'm going to override the default changes. And I'm going to make this, instead of 6 hours, I really want it to be 3 hours. And just because I want to put a little bit more pressure maybe for this one shoot. And you know what? In reality, for this product, I don't need the fake countdown timer, so I'm just going to turn it off. Okay? And this is it. Now, just by doing this couple changes, we were able to already change the configuration of the product and how it's going to sell. So as you can tell, we've changed. I'm going to refresh the page. And now we don't have how many products are in stock anymore. Okay, cool. That's kind of like the, some features that are really cool, but let's really look at what's going to help us really make a lot of money. So here I'm going to go back to GrooveKart, and I'm going to, in the App Manager section, and I'm going to think, well, what can I do to increase the average order value, right? And so we create this one-click upsell feature. Again, if you click configure, you're going to set up settings for the entire store. That means for every product being sold in that store, I want to show the autism green bag, or I want to show this, right, this product. But these are default thinking. I mean, you know what? I like to put maybe, let's say 3 products. I'm going to show 3 products in upsell in a line. If you click one, if you select one, after you buy your product, it's going to show products 1 by 1. If you select 3, it's going to show products 3 by 3. Again, guys, I'm talking about the post-purchase upsell. So what's happening is the customer buys the product, they pay for it, and then they get told to upsell. So let's take a look at that and how this works. Okay, and I would tell the customer, I think you will love this. So I'm going to go to this product now. Okay, I'm going to pick on my size. On each product, you can actually change the way this is being displayed as well. In this case, I did drop down just because I was. Let me see, which one's the product we were looking at just a second ago? I think it was 734. Here you are. So I'm going to pick that size. I'm going to enter shipping information. And I'm just going to keep the second one. I'm going to check out this product. Okay. So here we're going to put some email address. Let me see. This is kind of pre-filled. Saves me a little bit of time here. Okay. I'm going to go to shipping method. Now you notice this shipping. This one is kind of an expensive shoe to ship. It's okay. We don't want people to try to really buy the product if they ever get on the website. And I'm going to put here a fake credit card number. Oh, that's going to let me check out because it's in test mode. 1, 1, 2, 3. So what I'm demoing, guys, one more time, is product one-click upsell. What happens when you do one-click upsell? And let's say I click complete purchase. Most websites will tell you, thank you for your purchase. They'll send you a thank you email, but not GrooveKart. Okay, you remember the text that we put in, guys, where it says, I think you will love these? Well, it comes back right here. And remember we told the system, show me 2 additional products? Well, really quick, you can say, no, thank you. I'll add to my order. And boom, and then the order will be processed, just like any other orders, except as a merchant, you just sold a lot more than you expected. And so this is really part of making more money in e-commerce. Now, not only did we have some scarcity to increase your conversion rate, we added a level of adding some additional product. Now, the smart thing to do is, if you sell a rabbit, show some batteries, right? If you sell bowling shoes, then show a bowling sock design, right? If you sell some bulldog or some attorney coffee shoes, then show some socks that, are attorney coffee socks, because you already found the audience, you already found the buyer. So create an experience where they are very likely to be interested in the second and product that you're going to show them. I'm going to do a couple more things. I'm going to come back to the app manager. And I'm going to configure this a little bit differently. Remember, guys, this is for one-click upsell. That is, after you bought the product, I'm going to try to get you to buy additional product. And now I'm only going to show one product instead of 3. Here, I could put a big picture. I could put a big HTML text. I could even have a video here, where now, as soon as you get to the post-upsell page, it would say, hey, da-da-da-da-da, right? The videos, I could definitely, some video sales letters, I could really help you increase your sell additional products. Well, it's never over till it's over, right? I'm going to save this, and here we're going to do things a little bit different. So now what I did is I really created one product on the upsell. So it becomes a funnel with one product. And I think I got a product that's got a nice setup here. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to try it. So here again, I'm looking for that product that has never existed from the beginning. 525 is giving me 525. I'm so sorry for the cough, everyone. So let's take a look again at this F cancer high tops. So what I would do is when I try to sell this product, I would try to upsell with matching backpacks, matching socks, right? Anything that after we found the buyer, we got him on our website and that kind of stuff, and we try to actually get him to buy more stuff. So let's take a look at this product. And I'm going to go to the page settings. Okay, and here I'm going to try to upsell them on 3 different items. So let's see what the experience is. Remember, guys, the one thing I did different than before is only to say, instead of showing 3 products, I want you to show 1 product back to back during the one-click upsell system. So I'm going to just simply add this product to cart. Oh, there we go. This was a very good design, by the way. So I'm going to remove the other products, okay, just because we don't want to confuse the system and I want you guys to have the full experience. I'm going to go to the checkout page. The system is starting to know who I am, so it's kind of quick now. Now, one thing you're going to notice is one thing that we can actually do with GrooveKart is if you don't offer different shipping methods, it's actually going to skip the shipping page altogether. And check out what's going to happen. I found that to be extremely interesting. With a little bit of imagination, guys, there's some crazy, crazy opportunity. Now look at that. We created
Hey, Matt, are you okay, Matt? Okay, I don't know where Matt must
All
have.
right. Matt might have gotten disconnected from his hotel room. So
Yeah.
John, let's take this opportunity.
Hey
I'm
guys,
gonna. Oh, he's back. Okay. What
I
happened,
got
Matt?
kicked out.
You got kicked out. You're back in. All right. So
Yep.
we'll. John, you want to hand him back the screen? He can finish where he was.
I never took it.
Okay, good. So I'm gonna finish fairly quickly anyway, guys, because I know it's getting late. Um, but check this out. Now you're doing back to back, and with a little bit of imagination, you can create some really cool products. You can put some images. You can really create like a complete sales funnel where everything is done already for you. Okay? And you know what? I'm gonna get that pillow just because it matches the shoe perfectly, and I already like the shoe. Guys, I'd like to see. Can I get a little bit of feedback in the chat to see if what I just showed made sense? Because it's powerful. I want to make sure I explain it the right way.
Keep training just a little bit and give them a little bit of time to write out their response, and then we'll come back and check.
Matt, you still there?
Matt, did we
Yeah,
lose you again?
and I'm here. I don't see any feedback in the chat thing, but I think maybe I wasn't allowed to see it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's why I said just keep training, and as the feedback comes in, we'll let you know.
okay, cool, guys. Look, I'm gonna go over the rest of the stuff a little bit faster, just because you can figure it out. And we've asked you from the beginning to break GrooveKart, so please play with it. Please break it. Give us some feedback. But I want to show you some really cool features. One is we call it the product page checkout. And what that is, it's a little bit more for the advanced user in e-commerce. Okay, I wouldn't recommend doing that right off the bat. So you put a few details under your belt. So you can select that option.
Matt, with his internet connection. Matt, we don't hear you. If you hear me, you can probably try to get back in. We're only seeing your screen, but we don't hear you. Michelle, are they hearing my voice? Great. All right, so it seems Matt's having some connectivity problems. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up our Q&A document here. And John?
All right, guys. Is it
Yeah.
better now?
Yeah, Matt. Matt, so do you want to wrap up this last point, and we'll save some stuff for the next training, and we'll jump into the Q&A. It's 8:40. We'll do 20 minutes of training. 2 hours is a lot to ask for people, as well. And
So I'm
you know,
just
and
going to show
we'll
these last features
okay.
and really from there. Does that work?
Yes.
So this is the same page checkout. Now, this is for people that have a little bit more experience in e-commerce, but basically what you're doing here, it's a really cool feature. So when you go to your product page, and maybe I should have spent a little bit more time showing you guys what the experience is like on mobile as well. Notice, and except I got a bunch of stuff showing up everywhere, notice now that you're starting your checkout straight from the product page, right? So let's say you run an ad on Facebook, and you bring that person to that F cancer shoes. Now, what do they see right away is how to actually buy the product.
Matt, do you have a teapot going off in the background?
Nope, absolutely nothing.
That's
Man.
not you. Okay.
Man, I'm so sorry. I really want to give you guys the best training opportunities here. It's just bad luck today. So here, for these features to work perfectly, I'm going to want to turn off a few stuff. One is going to be social proof. For the buyer too much. We don't want to put a countdown timer. That's just going to be a distraction. We just want the person to really go straight to checkout. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. So again, this is the same product page checkout. Okay, you're on your product page, and all of a sudden, I'm asking you to buy the product. I'm not asking you to add to cart, right? And I'm going to simulate what it would look like on an iPad. Okay. Simulation, because Microsoft doesn't do it too well for obvious reasons, but it would look something like this. Okay, look at that. You go straight into your checkout. All right, we're going to start asking.
and the size charts. And here you can put more text. You can put anything
Matt,
you
buddy.
want. But check this out. Yeah.
Matt, we're gonna go to the Q&A. Your screen is freezing up. We're sometimes not seeing what you're doing, and sometimes you sound like you're underwater. And I know everybody wants to see what you're doing and they want to see it done right. So we're going to save this for the next training. I'm sure they're a little frustrated, but I'm sure that they'd rather see this done right. We still have a ton of questions to go over, so I'm gonna put us into the Q&A mode right now and save this so that we could properly demo it because your screen finally just caught up. But we've tried this 4 times and I don't want to continue. It's a hotel. It's got terrible internet. I think everybody understands that. So let's go to the Q&A. And then we'll save this stuff for the next training. And remember, I'm going to paste the link in here. Again, if everybody sees, hold on just a second. How did I open that up? I don't know if you're all seeing what I posted in the chat earlier, but there's a link. Let's see if I can put that in again. Let's see, to all members. There's a link there with the prior training that we did with you guys. And all of this demo that Matt's going over is in there. You can just scrub that YouTube video right to that point and see that if you were dying to see the rest of that. So what I'm going to do now, we're not sharing our screen, but everybody is listening. So I'm going to ask Matt and John to join in, and we will do the Q&A. So I'm going to load that call up right now, the page right now. There are so many questions here. What I'm going to ask is that we limit these questions to what we call the speed round, and we answer these questions in 30 seconds or less, and if you need a minute, certainly do it. So the first question says, and I haven't vetted any of these questions, so some of them may be confusing or whatever, but let's just go through them as we see them. Will we be able to add videos to our web pages? Matt, as we spoke about, why don't you talk about that? All right, no audio from Matt. I'll do the questions then with John.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you are on mute.
Yes, I was. I'm sorry.
All right, so Matt, we had spoken about in the image gallery allowing people to add 2 things: custom HTML for anything they want to add there, and adding videos. Can you let them know about that? And that's a reminder also, Michelle, you didn't put the names there, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a reminder also that if you have a question like that, like can we add videos to the web pages, to help us improve that app, just log into your store, click on feature request, and put that there. You telling us what you want. We can then communicate with you and the entire community and say, yes, that's already being discussed and that will be added by November 1st, so that you'll know that not only you will know that these things are in progress, but everybody will know as well. So go ahead, Matt.
So as of right now, you can go to, these are blogs that use WYSIWYG, so you can easily do about just, anything you want. So if you're kind of geeky and you want to program HTML, you can click on just 2 symbols. If not, you have to go to your Microsoft Word, where you can insert an image or insert a video. You can get an embed code straight from YouTube and insert it right here, and it will be loaded within these blocks.
We don't see your screen, buddy.
A couple things that we're going to do in our roadmap is we're going to split the left block and the right block. Right now being the image.
Hey, Matt, I'm gonna do the Q&A with John.
I'm gonna try your phone line, okay?
What's that? You can dial in by a phone number, but I tell you what, it's just gonna be me and John here. It's a connectivity issue. You don't have enough bandwidth. We just can't hear you. Sorry. So we'll do it without you. We can't hear you. We're certainly not seeing your screen. So John, I'll take that question because I know that we went through it. Yes, we're gonna allow you to add videos to your listings where you see the images. And yes, you can add video and custom HTML to your pages. Next question here: would I, the non-techie, be able to build those beautiful web pages using GrooveKart Studio? Yes, it's pre-designed gorgeous blocks. You simply drag in, change the text, upload the image that you want, and change the background color. Can we build a funnel also? Yes. Chris asked, is there a way to import my Shopify site and make tweaks without publishing it so I can make it how I want while keeping my Shopify site live until I'm ready to publish. That
So
unfortunately, go ahead,
yeah,
John.
I can answer that. So yes,
Go.
look, you can do that. You can keep your Shopify store. As far as a publishing feature, that's something we got to ask Matt if we're working on it. But look, as long as you don't start sending traffic to your store while you're tweaking it, sorry, no one's going to know about it anyway.
Yeah, so in other words, if your Shopify store is live and that's where everybody knows, what you do is keep your Shopify store, import over to GrooveKart, and leave your Shopify store live. And then nobody knows about your GrooveKart store, so you can do all your tweaks and your make everything look the way you want. And then when you're ready, just flip to a custom domain and republish your GrooveKart store instead of your Shopify store. Next question: if a SaaS or internet-based site like if a SaaS or internet-based site is Shopify compatible, will GrooveKart be automatically? I don't know what that means.
I didn't understand that question.
If a SaaS or internet-based site is Shopify compatible, will GrooveKart be automatically? I'm sorry, if you ask that question again with a little bit more information, it just doesn't resonate with us. We can't understand it. Will GrooveKart collect the funds from the customer? Again, so John, remember, some of these questions are being asked while we're doing a demo, so sometimes these things are out of context. So what I will let you know is right now, if you want to take payments for your store, you need to use your own PayPal account, your own Stripe account, or get your own merchant account and then plug it in with Authorize.net. More things are being added, like Braintree, another gateway like NMI, but most of you are going to be using Stripe and PayPal. Now, coming in 2019 is GrooveKart Payments. So if you have a credit problem or a reserve on your PayPal account, or you have problems in your country getting accounts, you'll be able to use GrooveKart Payments. So that's going to be coming very soon as well. Now, if you guys want to apply for a merchant account as well, that link that I gave you, that I posted the replay to, at the bottom of that link that you should be seeing in the chat, the bottom of that link the last link says how to get apply for a merchant account with us. Let's see, John, what is the shipping time for AliExpress products and what is the shipping time for print on demand? So, John, if you can answer the print on demand that we're going to expect with, with our print partner integration with Tscape, and then talk about AliExpress, and then talk about the Layer app.
Yeah, so let me just explain what happens with the T-shirts that we're going to be integrating with the T-shirt company. They're all based in the United States, and depending on one of the two, there may be offices in the UK as well. The average ship time there is 3 to 5 days, but again, you'll be dealing directly with them. As far as the Layer app, this is the thing with the Layer app, and listen, you got to understand something. I've sold in the last 2 years millions and millions and millions, $7 million worth of sneakers and backpacks and leggings using the Layer app technology. It takes a week in production, and it will take 2 weeks to maybe 17 days to be delivered anywhere in the world. Here's why. Remember, each one of these items is a custom item. It has to be made custom, a custom pair of sneakers made, and then it is shipped slow boat from China or from the factories in Asia, so that the price that you see in Layer app for a pair of sneakers, I think it's $32. That's your all-in price, including shipping. That pair of sneakers for $32, I sell for $59.95 and $7.95 shipping and handling. So I'm at $66. I'm making $34. So there's a little bit of weight. I'm going to give you, when we do some additional training, some wording for your terms and conditions and some wording for your first email follow that sets the expectations so that people are expecting that's what's going to take. Now with AliExpress, they offer several different shipping methods, and you can make your decision. They'll ship something in 2 days to the United States if you want to pay that price and your customer wants to pay that price. I never do that. I always use eShip.
John, yes. Or if you want to pay that price because you have so much markup, you might just say, hey, this thing's $12 instead of $59. I'm just going to sell it for $69 and and say free shipping, right? Like it depends how you make the offer, but if it's built in, it's really up to you how you design the way it's offered.
That's right. And so and listen, and Mike's right. I've split test this. I haven't done it enough to give you a definitive answer, but taking a pair of shoes and selling it for $59.95 and say $7.95 shipping and handling, or selling that same pair of shoes at $66 free shipping, it's something you want to split test on any kind of product. And now back with AliExpress, I always use e-shipping. If it doesn't have e-shipping, I don't use a product from AliExpress. So the e-shipping, it will tell you right there on the product, and that's usually very, very inexpensive. You know, the thing with me is a lot of the products on AliExpress, I give away for free. Now, I'm going to give you that example. There was, and I know someone's going to talk about trademarks in one of these conversations. Mike showed me the list of questions, and I saw it pop up on the board. So I'm going to tell you about the trademark while I answer this question. There was a watch that I found on AliExpress, and it was an Elvis Presley watch. Now, I'm not going to go into the trademark part now, but I just want to let you know that we're going to cover this. I gave that watch away. So I ran ads on Facebook, and I said, get your Elvis Presley collector's edition watch free. Simply pay shipping and handling. And I had shipping and handling at $9.99. So for $9.99, they got that watch. I was giving away 300 to 400 watches a day. That watch cost me $3, including shipping and handling. And it would cost me about $3 in Facebook ad traffic to make a sale. So I'd make about $1,000 a day simply giving away Elvis Presley watches. So you know, now I could have taken the faster shipping on that, and then the numbers didn't work. So it's all a marketing question, a customer service question, a bigger item question. But most of these people, including Layer App, now we'll have in there where you can have DHL. You can get anything shipped anywhere faster. You're going to pay for it.
And John's going to show you some strategies that, let's say, even if you broke even, or let's say you were losing 50 cents on that watch, right? Just say in that scenario. John's going to show you some strategies on how you would use GrooveKart to set up bumps on the checkout process and upsells to say, hey, would you like this? Would you also like this? Would you like this? Where you raise what's known as the average order value. So even though you're giving it away and maybe losing 50 cents, the average order value may net you $10 because you're creating a funnel which is built into GrooveKart. So we're going to be teaching all of those juicy strategies. So John, go ahead.
Throw one thing into that, Mike. And not only that, look, Mike and I come from a list building background. You're building a list for free. If you break even on a product, you're building a buyer's list for free. You can go back to that list over and over and over again with other Elvis Presley products or with anything else, you know, rock and roll products. You could upload that list into Facebook and create custom audiences and lookalike audiences. It's endless.
Look, John, as you know, some people, do those things like in survival niche products by selling, Swiss Army knives and things like that, simply because the lead is worth so much that they can go and sell it. All these things, obviously, in your terms of service, but they go and they sell these leads to companies that are looking for these buyers. So there's many different ways that you can monetize that we'll be getting into. So the next question, John, is let's see, is there any timetable on getting any U.S. suppliers after seeing AliExpress? Look, like we said, the print on demand for things like apparel, that's all going to be U.S. suppliers. You'll never see anything like AliExpress because you're dealing with China. Like you're literally dealing with products that are being produced in the most affordable environment, mass production in the world. So you're not going to see an AliExpress type company rise up in the US. That's called eBay and Amazon, right? That's why you don't see prices like that at Amazon like you find at AliExpress. Was John successful in getting us a package deal with Authorized.net? I don't know who asked that question or what that means. But like I said, we do have a merchant account. If you want to go through us, there's a form in the link that I gave earlier where you can get that. Some of these questions are not vetted. We're not going to ask them here. They were private for those people. I'm looking just for questions that applies to everybody. Let's see. Melissa, can you do multiple domains here, or you do multiple sales campaigns from one domain?
Yeah. So Melissa, there's a two-part question. Can you do multiple domains? No, you need one domain per store, and there's certainly multiple store pricing. But remember, you're going to be able to run thousands of campaigns to that one domain. Every time you create a product, a new URL is created within your domain for that product. And I'm going to teach you some strategies anyway, where I never want you sending people directly to your domain and directly to your link. And we'll get into that. I mean, there's lots of reasons why I use other URL redirections. Okay. There's lots of reasons for that, but you're going to be able to create thousands and thousands of products with one domain. Now, if you want to use a different domain and create a second store, we have ways for you to do that. I've certainly had multiple stores, but I've never done it for niche purposes. Okay, I did it for staff purposes. I had a certain amount of staff working this store, a certain amount of staff working that store. I wanted them to compete with each other. I hope that helped.
All right, great. Thanks, John. Next question. Could you search audiences via hashtags and trending hashtags?
I'm assuming that you mean within Facebook, and there's not a way to search trending hashtags that I know of, but there's lots of ways. There's an actual section in Facebook that talks about audience insights, but getting into Facebook advertising, we're talking about advanced training, and we're going to give it to you, but certainly not on this webinar.
Okay, cool. John, next question. Somebody's a great question. Darren says, starting out brand new like me, do you suggest starting with a niche store or a broad generic store?
Yeah, so I remember reading that question, and Darren, so my answer to you is this. Have you ever been to a mall in the United States? Well, probably, right? Or in the UK, in Europe. And have you seen those little kiosks that are right in the middle of the mall when you walk down? Now, they're pretty cool, right? But the lady's standing there and she sprays perfume on you as you walk by, you cough, and she tries to grab your wife and tell her that this curling iron is the best in the world. What would you rather be? Would you rather be that kiosk, or would you rather be the person that owns the mall? And I've always told all my students, why have a niche specific store when no one knows it? They land on a certain page, associated products to that page are going to show up. So they're there for Bulldogs. Every other Bulldog product's going to show up. Why would you not allow that person to go ahead and search for other things? I never understood it unless you're a huge diamond jeweler or you're some big brand already in the United States and you're coming on the world scene, you're coming on the e-com with that huge brand. I want to be a mall. I want people to come into my store and get lost. I never want them to leave. I want to have every single product they could ever want. And if not, I want to make sure that I'm pretty darn close. That's my answer. Make sense, Mike?
Yep, I'm back. Sometimes I'm on mute when I say yes. All right. So Linda, she asked, this is a lot of really good information. Is it possible to have, I'll answer this one. Is it possible in the members area to have things like videos and training, specific training, such as how to drive traffic and how to add products? So Linda, you might have joined us, right after the start of the call. I had mentioned that John and I are in the middle of building out a members portal. So in line in the product, all the stuff that Matt went over, we currently hired somebody who's making professional tutorial videos in about 3 minutes that every little section where you want to know about your price, your product, your variant, the SEO, all throughout there, there'll be, some information that'll go to, a step-by-step section that'll explain it, or a video that'll explain that. Now, when it comes to the stuff that John's talking about, we're actually going to build out a members area that's going to be linked inside of your GrooveKart store, and you'll click and you'll go in, you'll log in one time and it'll remember your login, and you'll have all of your training videos on how to do Facebook custom audiences, and it's all going to be coming. As we said, before you purchase and after you purchase, that, hey, big warning here. We want to get this out. We need beta testers before we bring this to the big market later this year or 2019. We need your feedback, and bear with us while we learn from you on, how to improve this system, and then go and create these videos, which, it's going to seem like forever when I say something like Thanksgiving Day or Christmas, that all this stuff will be there. But I mean, literally, you're looking at 3.5 weeks to Thanksgiving and then another 3 weeks to Christmas. And just know we're working, 10, 12 hours a day here with the team and getting stuff done. So I know it feels like forever when you're not seeing it every day and you log in. But, a year and a half, 2 years down the road, when tons of extra features are added and all these videos and everything is built out properly, you're gonna realize that this long 2 weeks, was really just part of being a great charter member at the beginning. So thank you for having the patience with us while we build this out with you. Next, it says, is the shipping fee extra to the shipping you set in the shipping table? So let's try to see what she meant by that. Louise says, is the additional shipping fee? Oh, okay. I think it's the word that John, that Matt said. We're going to rephrase that. And it's just going to be called shipping, right? Because we have an additional shipping fee, meaning additional on top of the price. When we say additional shipping fee, we don't mean that on top of any other shipping. It's just what is the shipping price. So that was probably the confusing words there. We had a good 2-hour meeting on every single text inside the members area because a lot of the stuff is done by the developers. We're going to go back and make it easier to understand all the gears. Luis says, Jonathan says, can you provide the dimensions for the images as required for the layer app? John, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, we have.
Let them know about what we're going to be providing for them as well in terms of designs, and then your recommendations on ideas for custom designs.
So we're going to be providing you with dozens and dozens and dozens of generic designs that you can get your stores started with. You can run some traffic to them if you want. You can certainly get creative and give you some ideas. Inside the Layer app, there's an area where it shows you to download the PSD files. Now, these are Photoshop files. If you're not a designer, and look, I could design a tic-tac-toe board. That's about the extent of my design skills, okay? You want to have a designer do these things. The way to sell print-on-demand products is targeting for sure on Facebook, but it's your design, it's your design, it's your design. So you got to hire a designer, man. You can get them on Fiverr, you can find them on Skype. Change your Skype profile tonight to looking for a creative artist that can do Photoshop designs. And in a couple of days, if you have any kind of following on Skype, you'll have a bunch of people asking you right off the bat. So that's what I do. Then the next thing is to have people compete. You can get 2 or 3 designers, give them the same design, and have them compete and see which ones come back to you with the better design. Let me just tell you this too. This is really important. If you put up 2 pairs of sneakers, let's just say, and all your friends say, "Oh my God, that one is killer. I love it. It's the best ever," and it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. You got to kill your babies, I call them. Just kill a baby and go to the next one. The whole thing with e-com is just being able to put up 3, 4 products a day, test them, kill the losers, scale the winners, move on to the next. Can't get emotional about it. So if you
all the stuff that we'll be going into full detail in the training. Which
I'm sorry if I'm going to.
Yeah, no, we've got a ton of questions, John. So like a ton. And I told Michelle no more questions in here. So we're going to try to do these in like 30 seconds. I'm going to read them. We'll answer them. If I can't answer them, John, you'll chime in. So let's see where I went backwards. Okay. Okay. So is this the same question we just asked? Darren, do you guys have pre-made designs? Can we have printed on our items, or must we do them from scratch? So yes, we have pre-made designs. They're going to be in your members area for you next week. Look out for those. Look out for an email. And then we're going to have some really cool training on on what designs work and how to get them done. It's a really exciting process. I'm learning all this stuff from John, folks. It's just really, really exciting. Is the Black Friday the time of the actual launch with the prizes? Okay, so I think I posted for you guys and you all saw. Please become an affiliate with us. Help us get the word out when we open. Right now, our plan is to work with you guys in the beta for about a month. We plan to open. So if you want to be part of our affiliate program, go to groovekart.com/JV. Very old, ugly page. In fact, the video is not working only because we just did an internal launch. We didn't have our full affiliate launch, but you can go there, click the button. You can sign up, become an affiliate. We will keep you updated as things develop. We are looking to go live the day before Thanksgiving on a Wednesday. Why? So that we could take advantage of Friday, the Black Friday sale. And we're probably going to take the grand opening all the way through to the Christmas holidays, just before the Christmas holidays, and then end the grand opening, and then it's going to be, the higher price, from there. So you guys can be part of it. No hype, no jokes. Me and John were the only ones that, really promoted this, other than our friend Ricky and a couple of customers that signed up and became affiliates. And, John and especially Matt were asking me, Mike, how's this converting? And I didn't want to, I didn't want to sound a little too hyped up, but I told him, I said, this is not only converting higher than any product I've ever done, any product we've ever done. It actually is converting right now better than any product offer I've ever seen, outside of maybe something on a webinar. But just for, our average conversion rate, and let's face it, many of you guys know me and know John, and you are our customers and you like buying from us. But we were still converting at $11, 11%. 11% was our overall conversion on a $500 product. If anybody knows anything, if you've got $1 EPC, you can make it earnings per click in this business. And if you're doing 3, you can get all the JV partners you want. At an $11 conversion rate at $497 per year, that made our earnings per click close to $50. Unheard of. I told John, I said, these numbers are just what they are. I said, if somebody told me these conversion numbers, I wouldn't believe it. And then Matt joked, well, isn't it because they love the product? I said, yeah, but I've never seen anything convert better than 3% for $497. We converted 11%. This is awesome. So what that means for you guys is, if you want to be part of this launch, we're going to convert the traffic that you send to us, and we pay 40% commission for life. So every time they make a payment, you guys will get paid. So if you get us just about 2 customers, and it pays for your GrooveKart purchase, and you get 3, and you guys are in profit. So go to GrooveKart.com/JV. I feel like I'm doing like a commercial on a podcast. So if you want to become an affiliate for GrooveKart, go to GrooveKart.com/JV and make sure to sign up by clicking the button. Next question. Let's see. Agency version projected date. GB, send an email to Mike at GrooveKart.com, John at GrooveKart.com, and Matt at GrooveKart.com. We probably won't have an agency version ready for the time that you seem excited enough to get moving. So we probably won't roll it out for anybody. We'll probably do a beta test with you and make you our first agency partner, and we'll work out some rates with you. Okay. So if you're still on the call, please do that for us, and we'll get back to you. Okay. Jonathan, are we able to see anything for supplements yet, or is that still coming? That is still coming, but if you want, hold on just a second here. Let me see if I could read you some of the products that we have in detail. Okay, for skincare, you're going to have anti-aging cream, eye wrinkle cream, a word that I can't pronounce, Super C serum, and flawless. And the word I can't pronounce, it looks like phytoceramides, if you've ever heard that. Michelle's laughing. She wants to come see it. It's not an easy word, no. Weight loss.
Phytoceramides.
Oh, thank you. We're going to have forskolin, green coffee, white kidney bean, men's health. We will have testosterone booster, NO2, BCAA, virality pills, HGA spray, enhanced 9, and virality patch RX. Women's health. We're going to have breast success pills, breast success cream, hormone support, pre-energy powder. I'm reading the list that our partner has. Some of you may say, hey, that's not for me, like I feel, right? And some of you say, hey, that sounds pretty exciting. So like things like powders, you have creatine powder, pre-energy powder, general health, thyroid support, blood sugar support, mind matrix, vision support, blood pressure support, cholesterol support, nerve support, general health, continued prostate support, pain and joint cream, positive mood, daily multivitamin, immune support, joint formula, fish oil, energy formula, krill oil, turmeric, probiotic formula, maintenance cleanse, zero nicotine patch. And then if you really are doing some volume, if you are truly doing volume, and you want to do a custom formulation for capsules, tablets, skincare, liquids, patches, creams, you'll deal with us, and we will get you in touch with our supplier, and you can say, I want this tweaked with more vitamin C, less vitamin D, and I want some of this and some of that. And if you're certainly doing volume, they will create exactly what you're looking for. There's actually some pet supply stuff as well. We're going to get you all of the information on this stuff. They're made in the United States. All this stuff is, made in, labs where, forget the word that I'm looking for, but basically where one product is made, it's
FDA.
completely sterilized to go to the next product. So you're not getting what's known as cross-contamination, all that stuff. It's we'll let you know who this is once we finish our API, because you're going to need to sign up with them and all that good stuff. But all that stuff's coming. John, you wanted to add something on that?
No, I just said FDA approved labs.
FDA approves. Yeah, I didn't want to say that because I didn't see it, and I know that I remember reading it. And I don't want to make a promise to anybody, but yeah, all FDA approved. All this stuff is really, really cool stuff, really exciting stuff. So let's see here. Let's do 3 more questions, John. We answered this one. Can you build sales funnels? Yes. Can we give more than one payment choice for our customers at checkout? Yeah, they'll be able to choose their option, PayPal or credit card. Absolutely. Will the print-on-demand items be available to be shipped overseas? Yes. Any product can ship to anywhere in the world. What you do is you go into the settings and you say what countries you'll ship to and what countries you don't ship to. Now, we'll get into that detail more. John will, get into all that stuff. This is, what we're going to call some high-level questions. You probably are going to find that, it only pays to do Facebook traffic in certain countries and all that stuff. So John's going to cover all that stuff. There probably are some countries you don't want to ship to because notoriously they have horrible customs and it could take 6 weeks and it's just a pain in the neck. That is stuff that John is so familiar with, and he's going to tell you how to just do it simple, and we're going to have all the guidelines for all that stuff. Can you show us your recommended retail for the items? John is going to cover what will work for t-shirts and apparels and all these things. Absolutely. Can we capture emails and build a list with GrooveKart? John, you want to answer that and talk about what we've got going on with multiple integrations that are coming soon?
Sure. So we have a built-in exit pop. We have a built-in wheel that's more of like a gamification to allow people to give an email address and for you to build a list. So that's 2 ways. And of course, your buyers list. You have your own buyers list inside of GrooveKart where you can email people. We have integration coming up with MailChimp, and I'm not sure who else might, but that's about it.
Guys, do us a favor. Go to your login and click on feature request. And why doesn't somebody start something and say email integration and then list the one that you want, and then everybody can go in there and say MailChimp and Aweber. Obviously, we're going to start with MailChimp, Aweber, GetResponse, things like that. The large providers, and this stuff is so easy. Once you do one, you can do like 30, and all that stuff is going to be coming. The Zapier integration is working. Oh boy, are our developers excited! And I say that with a quote about the amount of stuff that we're going to be adding. We're just going to keep building and building and building. Let's see. Won't we lose customers who are shopping our GrooveKart store for the upcoming holiday season if the lead time is too long, 3-4 weeks, because all the products are shipped from China outside the U.S.?
Let me answer that, Mike.
Yes.
So, sure. Listen, but you have to understand this. I've done millions of dollars in sales. This isn't the first Thanksgiving. This isn't the first Christmas that I've ran up against. There are some people who want to buy something. You're competing with Amazon, and with Amazon, you can buy something today at 6 o'clock, and it's at your door tomorrow morning. There's no question about it. But Amazon is not going to make a customized product with their favorite dog and their favorite beverage and their favorite city that they live in. And in fact, the saying of the high school that they graduated from on it at the same time. It's not going to happen. So when that happens, people are willing to wait. It's just something that's so custom. But guess what? You can sell products that are shipped the very next day with GrooveKart. Go into Google right now and type in drop shipping company within the United States. It doesn't have to be one of the companies that we provide. It doesn't have to be AliExpress. Go find a company, go down to your local neighborhood and find some guy that prints coffee cups or that sells a dog training manual, whatever it may be. You can simply get an image of it, put it in GrooveKart, let someone buy it, and fulfill the order. So we're not limiting you to AliExpress or to the Layer app or to this t-shirt company. We're simply providing these as a way for you to get started. The things that you can sell are endless in the United States, in Europe, in your local community. It's not just what we've told you here. This is just what we're giving you to give you a huge head start. But don't get limited by that. Use your imagination.
Can we, I think it's Michael Odetta or Michael Odita. Can we post, I love this one. Michael, you're going to get a big hug from me and maybe even more. We're probably going to have a phone call next week if you're listening. Can we make or post our how-to videos of using the tool to help members, or will we have to wait for you to make videos? Mike, okay, listen. If you want to make videos that say, hey guys, here's how I did this or did this and post it into the Facebook group, absolutely. Then people can go into the tabs and click videos. Michael, I'm going to do one better. We're just hiring a person to do videos for us. Now, I don't know your quality, but if you actually know your way around this stuff, send an email to me, please, at mike@groovekart.com. If you're interested, me and John and possibly Matt will get on the phone with you and we'll talk, about maybe saying, hey, look, if your videos are good, you've got time. If you can do 3 a day over the next couple of months, we'll work a deal with you to help us with our other video person to knock this stuff out. Who better to do it than somebody that's passionate about it and knows the product and is excited, and you're already willing to say, I'd like to help the other members. We'll be happy to compensate you for it. Again, I don't know, if you've got the time or what the case is, or if you care to, but if you're interested, send me an email. And if you're listening and you can't do it, send me an email either way, just so that we know. And we'll get on the phone and we'll talk to you about that, because that's exactly what we're doing. We just had an incredible sale that allowed us to bring in some good money to hire more developers, more staff. Help desk team is answering your tickets very quickly for you guys. It's this, we had a conversation the other day with the company. We said, hey guys, we just went from startup to a company overnight the second we took our first customer, and the whole dynamic of our company changed. Every meeting is now about customers as opposed to about features and development. So now we're managing both of that stuff. So Michelle just gave me a thumbs up, so I guess maybe Michael posted in there. All right, good. Well, let me take a look here so that everybody knows what Michael said. He said, oh yeah, I'm so excited. I will be sending you an email right after this. Thanks, Michael, and we'll set up a call to talk to you very, very quickly. Really appreciate the passion. John, I'll turn it over to you for some closing words, and then we'll wrap up. And, 2.5 hour call. I want to thank we still have more people on right now than we did when we started the call 5 minutes in. So really want to thank you guys for getting in the grind with us here. Go ahead, John.
Awesome. So listen, if everyone can check in your chat box and go to webinar, you see Mike has left a couple of links there for you. It's on the training intro number 1. And I left the link to the Facebook group. If you can find it in your back office inside GrooveKart, but it's simple enough here. You can just click that right now and go ahead and ask to be added to that group. You'll find a ever-growing community in there. Again, I want you to just put your imagination cap on and think of all the things that you can sell. You're not limited by what we've shown you. You're only limited by your imagination. We're not going to leave you either. That's, again, the difference between GrooveKart and the competition is we've built a superior platform. We've really concentrated on conversions and marketing, and we're going to train you. We're going to give you the best training available. I had people pay £3,000. I think he had $4,000 to spend a day training with me. $4,000. We're going to give you that training. So we're going to give you as much of it as we possibly can. It's obviously I'm not going to be there live in person, but I am going to be at the first GrooveCon, and that'll be our live event, the GrooveKart live event, coming in 2019. Listen, again, I want to thank you on behalf of myself and Matt and Mike for being a charter member of GrooveKart in the beta program, and I really, really, really am honored, and I look forward to working with you.
I want to say this. We really have the warm and fuzzies for you guys. We are not going to let anybody call themselves charter members. You are our beta customers. You really mean the most to us. You took a gamble on us, when we put a video on the order page that said, hey, please know what you're getting into. And I appreciate the trust that you put in us, that, what we're going to build this platform out for in the future. I got to tell you, if there's anything you guys ever need from us, 6 months down the road, a year down the road, you've heard it on this webinar, just, mention you're a charter member. If you see us at an event and say, hey, I just noticed you made an offer here, I'm a charter member. John and I and Matt,
We should have
three of
some
us.
special T-shirts.
What's that?
We should have some T-shirts at the event.
Yeah, exactly. We're
Absolutely.
really gonna treat you guys like like VIPs. Anything you want. It really, because we understand what it's like to get into a product that doesn't have all this stuff. So you guys took a gamble on us, and it meant a lot. We are so excited about this company and what's coming. I had to sit in the sidelines for 2 years. And if you notice, I don't even post on Facebook for 2 years. I was just biding my time, and I've got I've got a couple of wonderful partners. Nobody that I've ever met knows e-commerce better than John. This guy's an underground guy that's going to be showing you some training. So we're gonna have real trainings, like not just we're not here to sell you a course for $997 on how to do e-commerce. They're all out there. Get on any webinar and somebody's going to tell you, I'll show you my secrets. $997. John used to do it. But you know what? John's going to be doing this stuff for free, because we want to provide you with the software, the application, and show you how to do it for free. So courses, you guys are going to be coming to the live event that we're going to be doing probably April. We're going to be setting those dates up for you. Come visit us. Come join us on the Marketers Cruise. I don't know if you guys got your tickets. Go to marketerscruise.com. Me, Matt, and John are going to be there. Come take a vacation with us. Spend $1,100 in set sail out of California for 7 days with all of your meals included. Can't beat that. So like I said, not to be mushy here, we got the warm and fuzzies with you guys. The fact that you're charter members, it's going to mean a lot to us. Always identify yourselves as that. They'll never be a charter member after you guys. So that's about it. Matt, I want to thank you very much. Sorry you had a little bit of a connection issue 2.5 hours into the call. John, thank you very much, guys. We're going to be in touch with our next training. At this point, we want to really start focusing our training on how to make money with the system, and we want to move away from these types of trainings and work with our video editor, and now Michael, hopefully, to actually have videos that say, in here, this is where you do your SEO and all that type of stuff. We're going to load all that stuff in the members area and build a knowledge base out, but we want to get to the heart of the training on how you make money with this system, how to create a custom audience, like get inside of John's head and see that magic. So that stuff's going to be coming. I'm going to be going away to an event. If you guys give me just a minute, okay? Please don't leave. This one is very, very important. I emailed you about this the other day. One of your bonuses. Hey, look, don't get mad at me, but that my good friend Armin Morin is having an event literally this weekend, and he called me and he said, just a couple of days ago, and he said, Mike, give everybody that buys GrooveKart a free ticket to my event. I said, oh, excellent. When is that? He says, this week. You want to come? And I said, okay, I'll come. So I'm heading out to Las Vegas. I'm going to just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to give you a ticket if you're in the area, Arizona, Southern California, and you want to take a 5-hour drive, you live in Vegas, or you can get a nice flight to Vegas real cheap, and you want to meet us this weekend. Let me get that little link, and I'm going to paste it, and we'll wrap up this call. All right, so show older. Wow, I really need to go into my Facebook. Okay, here we are, Armin Morin. Here's a link. This is an event. I don't want to tell you how much it costs because I don't know, but it's probably $997 or $497. Who knows? You guys get a free ticket to this event. I'm going to paste it right here. That's a horrible looking link. I hope that works. Let me, that probably won't work because you're not logged in as me. So let me get the redirect URL. Just disregard that if it doesn't work. Use this one. It's called completeseminar.com/GrooveKart. There's a special member there as a GrooveKart purchaser, you get a 100% free ticket. So if you want to come, I think it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's October 19th, 20th, 21st in Las Vegas. All the information is there. I'll be there. Again, if you're like, Mike, how come this is so late? My buddy Armin Morin just called me, invited me, and said, hey, give your people a free ticket. So you did get an email about it. But while we're here, take a look at it. Click on that link. And then Matt had asked me to give you a link if you've got any questions about your merchant account, you want to schedule a call, 30-minute call with Matt. I just popped that in there. Folks, we'll be in touch. We'll be now doing more content emails, more updates. We don't even have a good welcome follow-up email series. All of this stuff is all going to be getting done right now. So I want to thank you all for making it, getting here on time, putting a 2.5-hour grind in with us, and we look forward to the next training. For now,
thank you, everyone.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.